I'm so dead. That intro every time. Every time. Hi guys, welcome to the first ever episode of Roman's Army, baby. We just made up. Roman's baby, women's children, whatever you want to call it, it's Chelsea FC era, baby. That's what it is. You got joined by myself, Anita, at Flown_. I'm with lovely guests who are gonna make me feel very comfortable because this ain't my thing, you know. Like I'm new to this, but yeah, I've got Jem with me. Jem, how you doing?
Not bad. You? I'm good.
I'm good. David, how are you today?
I'm good.
Oh my god, I really don't want to talk to Prime right now. FYI, for context, Prime doesn't think Kepa is
No.
Okay.
Every time I'm on the terrace, I have to explain myself.
Yeah, because we don't get it.
You're gonna explain yourself again today, bro.
Please. We're also joined by Daniel Storff.
What's up, everyone? Good to be here, supporting Anita.
Aww. It's his debut on the Football Terrace, and I promise you, he's gonna be back on this show. He will
Definitely.
be. And we've got my sis Joyce.
Hi everyone, excited to be here.
Let's get it cracking, baby.
Oh,
Guys, Havertz, he's coming. Apparently, this weekend, it's going to be confirmed that Havertz to Chelsea, medical done, everything done. How are you guys feeling about it?
I talk about it too much. I'm you guys. Go on.
One at a time. Jem, I'm going to start with you. Go through.
I've got on someone else because I talk about him so much on this channel. I think everyone knows my opinion. They haven't. So
for real?
Nah, tell me. I haven't heard it. Tell me.
Straight up, he's going to take us up to the next level, isn't he? Let's be serious. Like he is a quality player. You know, he's got age by his side. You know, he's. I just think he has something that we don't currently have at the moment in terms of picking the ball up and making that final ball. You know, we haven't got many players that can get the ball and just pick people through them holes. You know, with them critical passes, and I think that he'll bring that to our team along with goals. So yeah, I'm definitely hyped up about him. I'm looking forward to it.
Is that the general consensus here? Yeah, everyone's feeling that.
Havertz is my boy. That's my boy. Like even before he was linked to Chelsea, I'm claiming him. I'm putting all my stocks in him. I saw Anita talking crud about Havertz yesterday. Like he has to perform this season, or you're gonna turn on him. I couldn't.
Guys, come on! Like we've seen it happen with Morata. We've seen it happen with Higuain. We've seen it happen with too many players.
Somebody mute her mic, please. Do not mention Havertz's name alongside man like Morata and Higuain, please, bro. Listen, I'm on Jem's side. I think that he is like since Hazard. I don't think we've signed a player where, do you know what? Like he's one of the best young players in the world. Like, just watch. I'm gonna put up a video on my account, Daniel Soft. Like. The way he plays football is just like, forget about the stats. I know you guys are going to say you want 10 assists from him, 10 goals, but just watching him, like obviously we lost Hazard, and just to have a graceful player. This is a guy that was linked to Madrid, and obviously Zidane, he's the type of person, he wants to get graceful players. We've seen Zidane play. Like he's literally the most graceful player I've seen. But apart from that, he's got stats too. He puts up goals. He puts up assists. And you know at Chelsea we need goals. You know that. Yeah, man. He doesn't even play like a German. German players are boring. He's got sauce. This is all my stocks. Put my name. Attach admin, please. Attach my name to Havertz. That's my boy.
Daniel Havertz. Yeah, we're calling you now.
Yeah.
I'm done. Listen, I genuinely feel like Mason Mount could have done the job.
Nah, you're just saying that to be controversial. Now you're just saying that to piss me off.
No, please. Let's not go into this.
Tell me.
Let's not go into this. Okay. This Kai Havertz, I've already said it to Terry. He is going to get more goal contributions than Bruno. I've already said it. I am that confident in this kid. Like, Gemma hates me. I've watched this guy. I'm not as okay. I said the other time I've watched him more than Mason Mount. I haven't, but I've watched him enough times to say that I am confident in his ability. He's the player that Mason Mount is good, don't get it twisted. But Havertz is just he's just a different level.
There's levels. There's
just levels to it.
There's levels to this. This is what I'm saying. And I think the difference between Mason Mount and Havertz is we've seen with Mason Mount, like when he gets in good positions, let's be honest. I know he's our boy. I know he came through the academy. I know he's Lampard's son. But let's be honest. How many times last season did he get through and rather than passing, he shot from a ridiculous angle? And his decision-making was all over the place. I think sometimes the lights can get to you. It happened to Tammy as well. I'm not throwing out academy players under the bus, but there's no more time for development, baby. There's no more time for development, baby, because we got Havertz coming in. And here's the thing: if you watch any Havertz compilation, see him one-on-one. The man keeps mad calm one-on-one. Like I see it playing on Mount's head. It's like I got to shoot. So with Havertz, he's mad calm. That's my boy, man. Don't forget, that's my boy.
I heard you. I really heard you. Joyce, what's your opinion about Mount situation?
Or like, I was a little bit skeptical. Not because I don't think he's a good player. Like, you know, I did what everyone did as soon as we were linked to him. I watched all the compilations, you know, made myself an expert and everything. But I think given like Chelsea's history of like high profile and expensive transfer, I think that's the only thing that kind of made me feel a bit like maybe like just that feeling like every time we spend big money on a player, it just doesn't seem to go well. Like all the players that we've signed in recent one have been at like 30 to 35 million pounds. That's where like so when we start, as good as he is, I think it was just that kind of like, okay, we're spending 100 mil on him after like negotiating, giving them what they wanted in the first place. So I think that was it. But if they're good enough, no one cares about the transfer fee at all. Like if like no one cares at all that Liverpool paid God knows how much, can't remember, for VVD because he's been that good. So if we're paying for investment of someone who's going to be here for 4 or 5 years, as good as he is, and he'll probably only get better, hopefully under Lampard, then yeah, I'm excited. Just calm down a little. Not my boy, but I'm excited.
I think a lot of Chelsea fans are scared, and you're right to be scared because we know how football Twitter can be. We know how football fans can be. When you sign a player for big money and they flop, your rivals are going to be at you. They're going to be on your back. So I understand the trepidation. I understand the fear. But if they come to you and they're like, "Rah, where's his goals? Where's his assists?" Just go to him. Don't look at me like I owe you anything. You don't owe them shit. Listen,
at the same time, people are going to be very highly critical of him. When he has a 6 out of 10 game, people are going to be on his case. And he's going to have that. We've got to. He's going to have it. He's going to have games where he don't shine, but we've got to bear in mind he's still young.
Yeah,
he's still young.
He's mad young, and he hasn't signed. Yeah, sorry, my bad. I was going to say he's mad young, and he hasn't signed for 1 season. So it might be for 2 seasons in a row, I think he had a slow start and he had a strong second half, but he had a slow start. So and the way he plays, we've seen the way he plays, it's kind of languid. It's kind of Ozilish. And we know, me personally, I got into Ozil myself. So we know that they can potentially get on. But this is why we call it the Blue Army. Do you know what I mean? This is why we call it Roman's Army, innit? This is where we got to stand up. And I know, Anita, you're a battler. I see you on the timeline. Sometimes I should join in. You're such a battler. I'll leave you to do it because I know you can handle it. So yeah, we just got to be out in force for Havertz because look, not every single player is going to be amazing when they first join. There's going to be from a new country. He plays a different. You know how the Premier League is in terms of being fast paced. It's going to be some adjustment. But when I tell you, believe me, I put my name behind him. It'll come good, man. I'm telling you.
Okay. So look at this chat from George Nathan. I don't know how to say your last name. Apologies. Havertz can play number 9, false 9, right wing, cam, central midfielder. This guy's miles above Mount. Listen, if he comes to Chelsea and he's not playing each and every position, I'm going to slaughter him. Look at the expectations that everyone has given him. Imagine putting him at false 9 and he turns out to be a Hazard. What are we gonna do then?
No, it's not even about that. It's not even about that. What I'm saying is that even if he does go for a bad stint, that's where Mason Mount comes in.
What?
Because we're playing a system where it's like we were playing the same system whether it was Ross Barkley or Mason Mount or Billy Gilmore or whoever. It's the same system. Mason Mount proved last year he's good enough to play in it. However, Kai Havertz has the potential to be even greater at it. And considering we create the 3rd most chances in the whole league, for me, when you add in Kai Havertz, well, not only Kai Havertz, but you add in a full season of Pulisic, Ziyech, Timo Werner, suddenly, right? Tammy off the bench, Mason off the bench. Suddenly, it's a great option. And if Havertz is out of form and he's like, I've got to prove something, and Mason's starting the game, then Havertz will come in off the bench and try and do something. Point is that if we think that Tammy or Mason is better than the people we're signing, they have to prove it. And if they do prove it, that just means we have two excellent players that can play in different positions.
David, quickly, what's your at? Let me follow you quickly.
I've already got Insta.
Okay, cool.
Listen, okay, Ladimus, I'm going to throw this to you, yeah? So, assuming Havertz comes to Chelsea, when he comes to Chelsea, and he doesn't quite pop for you, how many years, give or take, are we giving him to settle in? How long, in fact, not even years, months, because I don't have time for years. How many months should we give him to settle in?
Something I always say is that it takes a season to adapt to the Prem. When you look at, for example, Pepe, he came in, it's taken him a year. Look at someone like Martial and how consistent he's been since he's got to the Premier League. Yeah, it's big money, but it's going to take him a while. I expect about a season, which is okay. That's not a problem. But Havertz, he's so young, and the quality he has, the potential he has, there's no way we can miss out on a player like that when he's available.
Listen, guys, you all saw DT's comments. We're coming to it, yeah? We're coming. Don't worry, I have a lot of words for DT, and I'm sure every single person here does. Arsenal fans can never chat to me. No Chelsea fan can be chatted to by Arsenal. Don't worry, guys. We're coming for it. But you touch on a good point that you should give a player a season. Fair enough. I'm a bit more impatient. I give them 3 months tops. I think it's very easy to adapt to the Premier League after 3 months. What's the difference? It's quick. That's it. Like, if you can't adapt to it in 3 months, you are unfit. Daniel, you're shaking your head at me.
I'm shaking my head. I want to come in.
This is how we let Morata do what he did at Chelsea. This is how we let him do it.
No.
The thing is about Morata. Morata was like, Morata actually wasn't bad at Chelsea. The problem with Morata, listen to me. Morata would get in the position to score. It's just that he lacked the finishing ability, right? When in his first 10 games, he took off like a rocket. Everyone forgets.
He was bought to finish.
I remember
finishing ability.
I remember against United when he scored the header. Everyone's like, "Oh, we've got a great striker, blah, this, that, and the other." However, everyone forgets he was second choice. All these players that we brought in over the past couple of years, most of them have been second choice. This is the first time I've ever seen Roman go like, "You want your players? I'm giving you your players." And you know what? I have to back it, because when we were saying we got to sign Alexandro for Conte, and we got to sign Lukaku for Conte, and we didn't, and we went and signed backups, it didn't work out. So this whole thing, like, did I think Tagliafico was good? Yes. However, Lampard says he prefers Chilwell. So if Lampard thinks Chilwell is a better fit for his system, who am I to say he don't fit? Like, I don't. He sees these players week in, week out. He knows his system. So if he's going out and says Timo's my guy, Kai's my guy, Pulisic is my guy, Ziyech is my guy, I've got to back him. I have to.
You have to back him. You don't have to back him. You're your own man, all right, David? And I liked you in the first half, but I don't like you now. Listen.
It's a game of 2 halves, bro.
It's a game of 2 halves. Number one, can it be argued that Sancho was actually the first choice and that Havertz is backup? I'm just putting it out there. I know I don't want to spoil this party. I'm just putting it out there. I see Ladderman's prime. Listen, I'll get on to you about Kepa soon, bro. Don't worry.
He threw the question out there. Who wants to respond? Because that's a wicked question. Who wants to respond?
What was
Sancho. Well, Chelsea looked at the price tag for Sancho and said, "Not for me." Because you look at United right now, struggling for 2 months trying to secure Sancho. So Chelsea decided to spread the money over Ziyech, Werner, Havertz. We're getting people that actually suit the system. Bringing in Sancho would not have added anything to the system. We'd just be creating more chances, but not scoring any of our chances. So
I think Terry, mail if you're watching, by the way, Terry. Just letting you know.
I think United, just quickly touching on that, I think United's style of play and the kind of player they need, I think if you look at Chelsea's layout, like what Graham just said, I think Havertz would probably slip in quite nicely. I don't think we need a winger, so I don't think Sancho would, not saying I'll turn him away and not take him, but I just don't think, like I could see why we would go for Havertz, but not Sancho, do you know what I mean? But with Sancho, I think he suits Man United's style of play, and I think he would just, would slip in straight away, do you know what I mean? I don't think you could, even though I think if you did bring Sancho in, he would possibly start up maybe on the left, maybe Pulisic gets dropped. But I wouldn't go out and buy him to improve my team. I'd probably go out and buy Havertz because I think he brings different attributes. That makes sense.
Yeah. So the reason why I said that is because David was saying we get our first targets now. We get our first choice targets. Now, obviously, the reason why we didn't sign Alexandro, he was too expensive. The reason why we didn't sign Sancho, he was too expensive. I follow Anita. I've seen their tweets. I've seen your tweets through the season about Sancho, so I know who Anita is. Exactly. And second of all, David, you were saying if Lampard wants this person as the first choice, for you to argue. Well, look at Klopp. Allegedly, and this is almost like commonly accepted now. He didn't want Salah. He wanted Julian Brandt, but he didn't listen. Well, basically, he decided, okay, cool. I'm going to trust my team. I'm going to trust my scouting team. I'm going to trust my analytics team. He particularly apparently didn't want Mane either. But again, it's not just about what one man wants. And I think my kind of trepidation with Lampard is it seems like we're just going with what he wants, and that's not to do with Hazard because that's my Havertz. That's my boy. We can even call him Hazard, isn't it? A little bit of Hazard sauce. That's my boy. But with Chilwell, there was loads of options, and it's like Lampard is just like, no, I want Chilwell. No, get me Chilwell, and I think that's dangerous.
Can I just ask, what is the problem with Chelsea fans and Chilwell? I personally don't see why a lot of Chelsea fans are not on board with the whole Chilwell coming to Chelsea when we don't really have many options anyway. But what is the actual problem? What's the issue?
The reason is because he's English and Leicester first touted him at 80 mil. That's why they don't like Chilwell.
Yeah.
Sorry, they did what?
Was he not touted at 80 mil or something like
that?
Yeah. That's why they don't. That's why Chelsea fans don't like him.
For me, it was never the quality of play. It was always the price.
It was a small minority of Chelsea fans that didn't like him. Yeah. Just remember that.
Have you done a survey?
No.
You said it's a small minority.
Is it really? Is it a majority? Tell me, because I don't know.
I just know. I think Anita's right. I think there's loads of Chelsea fans not happy with it. I get the price thing, but also I think when we started to be linked with him, then people started to watch Leicester, and I think he's had a bad second half of the season. Even Leicester fans are complaining about Chilwell. Maybe it's just form. I don't really have a strong opinion on it. I can't say I watched Leicester like that to know. But yeah, I think that's the reason why.
Yeah.
But go on, Joyce.
A lot of there's a big kind of maybe a section of Chelsea fans actually maybe don't like English play, not on purpose, they English people, but they're not. They'd rather not have English players, so they've kind of looked abroad and they've looked at kind of the options. I can never pronounce the name, so please don't correct me. So the left back from Sevilla or from Real Madrid, who's playing at Sevilla.
Regular.
A whole bunch of them. I've seen loads of articles comparing them in a lot. And I think when they've looked at metrics, I don't think these people maybe watch these other players as much as they kind of have claimed to. But looking at the metrics, maybe left backs seem better. So they've been kind of very especially if you add the price in, if I can left back abroad for 40 million euros, why am I paying 80 million for Chilwell? Even though I think they're reporting 45, 50 million now. I don't know if that changes people's opinion. I think, people just like the idea of getting someone from abroad as well.
Agreed.
I agree.
You're on mute, Anita, I think.
Sorry, I'm still trying to get used to this. But yeah, I think that's basically your problem with a lot of Chelsea fans, because this is the line I use for Chelsea fans, and I hope you guys don't hate me after this, but we are spoiled. We're very spoiled in transfer windows. We normally get what we want, who we want, and it's been like that since Sugar Daddy Roman came about. And because we're so used to foreign players running our team, we forget that we actually have talent at home. I think Chilwell he's better than Alonso. He's better than Emerson.
That
What?
is not.
Is he?
Yes.
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 Is
What
he?
you want to? You want to
Yes.
see another season of Emerson? I don't.
We haven't seen one season of Emerson. I
Yeah,
haven't
that's
seen
part
one
of the
season.
problem. That's
No,
part of the
yeah,
problem.
no.
Guy keeps getting injured whenever he gets in a little bit of
It's
form.
true.
I can't trust that.
Yeah, it's true. Like that, I agree with. I'm gonna. You know, sometimes when you just disagree with people before you even hear them what they're saying. So I was disagreeing with you, but then you
Yeah,
spoke.
you're one of those people, aren't you? Yeah.
Don't stereotype me.
No, you are. No, you are. That's why you don't like what I'm saying about Kepa. You just disagreeing with
No,
me.
you know what? I think with you, I think
No.
Latimer's prime. You think because you've got a different accent, people just listen to what you're saying. But you don't talk sense, so I'm not even gonna look at you.
I don't talk sense. You don't know me. You don't know me.
I'm joking. I'm just messing about, by the way.
We're on the same team here, yeah? Same team.
Likes Kepa.
Yeah, I'm joking. I'm just messing about.
It's not. I'm not saying I like Kepa.
Listen, Prime's got his own beef anyway. Prime's got his own beef here and there, so just leave that.
Jem, let's not bring it into this, okay? This is a safe space.
This is a safe space, guys. It's actually a safe space. Listen, okay. What about our goalkeeping issue? We're talking about the back. Of course, if Chilwell comes in, he makes our back four a little bit, a bit more settled. We'll talk on Thiago Silva in a second as well. But the main issue, in my opinion, is Kepa Arrizabalaga. Now, I'm going to give this to Ladimus, yeah? Because I feel like you need to really explain yourself before everyone jumps on you. So what's the situation with Kepa? What would you like to see happen?
We need a new goalkeeper. We do. We do. It's not like I haven't said we don't need a new goalkeeper. Because I've said we need Oblak.
Sounds like backtracking to me. That's not what I heard.
No, it's not backtracking.
No,
it's not backtracking. My thing was that not everything that's wrong with our defense is due to Kepa. My thing was our defensive structure and the fact that Frank keeps switching our centre back partnership. So no one's actually built a bond and a trust with each other. Because as a goalkeeper, if you don't know who's playing in front of you, you don't have any trust and things are going to go from bad to worse. So
go on, Jem.
Let me just clean this up quickly. Right. So this guy conceded 58 goals last season. 58 goals. Now, if we don't change the goalie for next season, it's gonna, even if it's only at 58 because we've got Thiago Silva there next to Zuma and Rudiger, it's still going to be 40, 35. I don't want 40, 35 goals. I want less than that. I'm looking at 20s, 25s, bro. I don't want 40 to be conceding 40 goals because I've still got Kepa.
And Jem, does that refute what I've just said?
Yeah.
The first thing I said was we need a new goalkeeper. We need Oblak.
Yeah, but then at the same time, you did say that if we had someone in defence, like a central player that was stronger, then we might be able to get away with keeping him potentially.
For a season. That was only because of the fact that I don't want to sign too many players and disrupt the apple cart of the squad.
Yeah.
However, if we can get Oblak, go get him. That's not a problem.
They won't get him.
Listen, I kind of want to clear up some things because 1 minute you're saying Kepa is not the only problem. Like Kepa doesn't need to go. Now we're saying
I never said he doesn't need to go. No. See, that's the thing. You guys hear one thing and you jump on me.
No.
See, this is why I told you to speak first. Like everyone needed to hear you out. I had faith in you.
I did, and I explained myself.
Good. I have faith in you. Honestly, I'm really happy that we cleared that up. So now Daniel can't come for.
I was ready. I was so ready to jump, but then I just agree. I agree with you. Even
So
though
do I get an apology from everyone?
No,
not from me.
No, because Prime, you haven't said the second bit. Prime literally the only goalkeeper he would take is Onana. I've said it myself. If this season we had Tim Krul in goal, we would have done better. I don't. Literally, I don't care who. I really, all my goalkeeper has to do one of these. Has to do all three of these things. The basics has to be able to reach the corner of the goal when he jumps, and when a cross comes into the box, can actually run out of goal and catch the ball confidently and not run into defenders and then be like, "What's going on?" And also, when a free kick comes in, I don't need my defender shouting at my goalkeeper and him acting like he forgot and he can use his hands. That's what I need. So for me, Nick Pope is good enough. I don't mind Nick Pope.
I don't think Nick Pope is good enough.
I think he is. I think he is. Is he the best goalkeeper in the world?
No. Are you saying that because
do we need the best goalkeeper in the world? No.
Are you saying that because he's better than Kepa?
Yes.
He's not just better than Kepa.
Here's the thing, but I want the best. So let's get some of the best that's out there.
Yeah, but what if we can't afford the best?
So we can wait and see, but can we not?
No. I'm not waiting a whole season having this guy gold anymore.
Okay, fine.
I can't do that with myself.
Okay, fine. Because my point is because we've wasted like we've just said earlier today, we've wasted money on second or third choice players, and they've turned out to be duds. I don't want to do that again with Nick Pope.
No. But my first choice is already a dud. He's already a dud. What do you want me to do?
Someone said Nick Pope second with clean sheets. Yes, he plays for Burnley, a defensive side.
Yeah. That's even better. You're in the Premier League. In the Premier League, we concede the third least. No, I think it's third or fourth least shots in the game. Yet we're conceding 58 goals. It doesn't add up.
Okay.
Clearly, something is going wrong. Clearly,
listen, I'm not a Kepa backer. I want to state that first. Disclaimer, all right? Because what I'm going to say, don't come at me like you come at David. Like you come at Fran. However, he didn't concede 58 goals last season. Do you know? It's the same Kepa. It was obviously it was roughly the same defense. It's not like we had Thiago Silva last season. So why are we conceding more goals this season?
Because of our defensive structure.
I think Ladders is right. It's not just the goalkeeper. David, you tried to put it all on Kepa. You said he conceded. How can you say Kepa by himself? What about the defenders? What about
no, but we've already improved that. That's not a problem.
But we've improved it. Shots directly at him, and it's just gone through his hands.
I'm not here to defend him. I'm not his barrister.
Jem, to answer that, what is wrong with our defense that we're allowing someone to take a shot directly at our goalkeeper?
I'm not completely sticking up for defense, but when people taking 25-yard shots, yes, our defenders should be throwing their bodies in front of the ball. But if they're not, and the ball is coming at him, he should have strong hands. It shouldn't be going.
I know, and I agree with that.
Prime, yes. Why is it that every team scores a worldie against us?
I don't know.
Explain. Okay. Every team scoring worldies.
Why is it that every time a team counterattacks us, I feel like we're going to concede because of our defense as well?
Because we've got people. Because we've got Jorginho who I don't even.
You guys know. I feel like I'm so bad.
I feel like I've got Jorginho.
Leave that man alone.
Guys,
Jorginho turns as a bus. Jorginho turns like a bus. Yeah. Guys, slow, right? Then we've got Rudiger, who's like, "Do you want a free goal? Because I'm bored and I want to make the game a bit more interesting." That who else is there? Kepa, Kit Kat Fingers, as we've called him. That's his new name because he's awful. Zuma has only been helping himself recently because there was a point in the season where man was looking very shaky, But towards the end of the season, when he saved us a couple points, I was like, you know what? I'll let you live. But I cannot see Rudiger. I remember when we all thought Rudiger was going to be the savior. Christensen. I've always said this. Christensen in a 3 is perfectly fine because he's got people around him and he doesn't get physically abused as much when he's in a 2. Because when teams like Burnley show up and they're doing long ball, and he's got to win a header. I know for a fact Chris Wood is beating him every time. Like the guy's just weak. When he's in a 3, he's got cover around him. He can be the guy who plays the ball out a bit more. But when it's a 2, I don't want to see him in that. I just don't. I can't.
So then, do you in all that, and like you've talked about all the other defenders that have like been a bit of a mess this season. So it's not just Kepa.
It's not just Kepa, but for me, the goalkeeper is like the most crucial bit of that defense. Firstly, for me, and the amount of times, like the Liverpool game for me, right? How are we going to Anfield scoring 3 goals and not getting at least a point? I'm sorry, guys. Trent's free kick, is the most overrated free kick I've ever seen. Because if he's standing in the right position, he saves it. He saves it. The fifth goal, he gets a full hand to it. I know. Every time I played football, if your goalkeeper gets a full hand to the ball, it should not go in the back of the net. Very simply. Wijnaldum's goal, that was defensive. That's defensive structure. That's stupid defense. That one I can't blame on Kepa. But the other 2, like even in our structures, our structure's not even that bad. I just feel like we have so many players that make stupid mistakes, and they just happen so frequently that they're just not good enough to play anymore.
But they're the same players as last year.
Exactly. We had a centre back partnership with David Luiz and Antonio Rudiger.
Facts.
Yeah,
But then Magnus Alonso at left back, you know.
Yeah, but that's no. We had it was Emerson. It was Emerson.
No,
it was Alonso.
No. It was Emerson. It was
Emerson came in like in the last quarter of the season.
Yeah, and which Chelsea looked better, Emerson Chelsea or Alonso Chelsea?
It was the same. They're both not good fullbacks anyway. So.
No. Emerson is the left back. Alonso left wing back, best in the world. Left back,
Emerson is better than Alonso as a left back. They're so bad left backs.
They are. He's not great. You've got
to bear in mind, guys. Also, we've had a 2-season ban as well, so we've had to literally play with the players we've got. You know, relevant to them being good, bad, whatever. We couldn't improve the squad. We had to just play with what we had. So at the end of the day, now Frank Lampard's able to do that, and he's able to make these choices. Which clearly shows that he's not happy with the squad because he's making a lot of changes. And you think about it, we just have to back it. That's it. You know, this past is the past. Let's move forward. You know what I mean?
I like that. The past is the past. I like that. But listen, guys, so my favourite defender is actually Tomori. Now, I'm not too sure what Lampard's beef with Tomori is, but apparently he's being loaned out this season coming. And I need to understand, maybe you guys can tell me a little bit of why Tomori, maybe he's not technical enough, maybe his defensive prowess is overrated. I don't know. Because I rate the guy, and I think him in a partnership with Thiago Silva coming will be interesting to watch. But of course, apparently he's getting loaned out. But what do you guys think about Tomori?
Hype thing. It's the hype. It's definitely the hype. Like, obviously, we are conceding goals from set pieces. We're conceding from corners. He just wants taller. You know what I mean? It's literally hype. We saw him against Salah. He can clamp players. He's got the pace. I think it was difficult because he had a good run in the team. And then he got dropped. I can't remember when he got dropped. Mm-hmm. But then after, I remember he got dropped and everyone's like, wait a minute, like 10 games later, where's Tomori? And he got brought back in and he had one bad game and then he got like put back into the ice freezer. So I don't know. I think for him, it's good for him to go out on loan. And the reason why I think that is because I don't think Lampard sees him as a starter at this point. And if he stays this season, I think he's going to get crumbs. So I think he should go out on loan.
Yeah, I'd rather see him get more minutes, like in either the Bundesliga or the French league. Just get more minutes under his belt, feel a bit more confident, so that when he comes back, he's like a more established centre back. He won Player of the Year at Derby over Mason Mount. Don't forget that. And it's crazy, but at this point, it's so difficult. I think for him. Don't forget Thiago. Look, do you know how many centre backs we're signing? We signed that guy Sarr. Apparently, we signed that Barcelona Van Dijk young boy. You know what I'm saying? We signed, obviously, Thiago Silva. So, and there's no defenders leaving as well. So it's going to be difficult.
You know what's funny? Our best centre-back partnership this season is Zuma and Tomori.
On what basis? Why do you think that?
They've looked the best and they've played the best.
So then it kind of takes away Daniel's point. So Daniel's talking about height, right? Someone in the comments has said that Tomori is 6 foot. And then obviously Prime saying that Tomori is in the best partnership for Chelsea at the moment. So why on earth is he being loaned out? It can't be the height and it can't be that he's not good.
Tomori ain't 6 foot. That's his Wikipedia height. I'm telling you. He ain't no 6 foot. I'm trying to tell you. Listen, he was dating the Amber girl from Love Island, and they were the same height. She was a little bit taller. I'm telling you.
Nah, don't bring Love Island into a footballing conversation.
Maybe she was wearing heels, though. You never know. Was she wearing heels?
No, I'm telling you, he's not no 6 foot. I know he's not 6 foot. I'm telling you.
Until he
you're right. He's not 6 foot. He's 6'1".
I genuinely think Frank's going for I want more experience than youth in the defense.
Has it actually been confirmed that he is getting loaned out?
No, it's not confirmed. It's just yeah.
Don't listen to them. You know what they're like. They always make up some crap, don't they?
But either way, he doesn't play, so it's like it's a
He did. He had
losing
the injury. He had the injury that set him back a couple games.
Yeah.
And then I just feel like he didn't really know what his best centre back pairing was, and he didn't want to keep mixing and matching too many players in and out. Like he was okay. He was okay rotating the standard four of Zuma, Christensen, Rudiger, and like Aspilicueta in that four, and just try and rotate him around and see which one's the best.
But no, that doesn't make sense because near the start of the season, Rudiger and Christensen were both injured, and because Zuma and Tomori were playing constantly together, which again backs up my point.
Yeah,
they looked better. The defense looked better, and Kepa looked better. Yeah. Now, when Rudiger came back and Christensen came back, Frank kept chopping and changing everything, and everything fell apart.
He did. No,
that's exactly what it was. It's that I think that Lampard does better with less options because the more options he has, and that's not a good thing because obviously we've seen more options are coming. But I just feel like exactly what Latimer's Prime says. When there's too many options, Rudiger came back and he was like, how do I force Rudiger in? It was the same with our midfield. I know people are onto Jorginho. I know people may not like Kovacic. Shout out to him, player of the season. But don't forget, before Kante, at the beginning of the season, Kante was injured. And so he didn't have a choice. He just played Jorginho and Kovacic, and they were playing well together. But then when Kante came back from injury, again, chop and change. So that's one reason why I'm almost kind of like scared for next season. We've got so many options, and he might continue to chop and change.
And again, I could put that. I don't know. Maybe it's an excuse, but you could just put that down to his inexperience as a manager.
No, that's what I put it down to too. Listen, when I play a new computer game, I button bash at first. I button bash. You know what I mean?
I honestly just don't think he's found his best 11 because if he did, he wouldn't. We've tried to play 3 or 4 games, and then we lose. We get bad. We lose 3-0 or 3-1. Saying, and then
but that's due to the fact that we don't train consistently with a 3 at the back. You can do it in a one-off game, but if you're not training consistently with a formation and you're going to use it consistently, it's not going to work.
Yeah, they don't use it.
That is my point, though.
Okay, guys, like touching on the whole formation thing, I think it's time that we did our best 11 that we want to see next season for Chelsea. Now, I use this website, however, it's a little bit small, so just let me know if you can't see it. People in the comments, let me know if you can't see it as well. But it will be interesting to see who we want to see start in each position. Now,
Kepa.
No.
I don't know. Do everyone agree with Kepa being goalkeeper? Like,
can you write in the box anyone but Kepa?
Anyone but Kepa.
Just for David's sake.
Yes, Tim Krul, my boy. Get in there, lads. We'll save a penalty for the lads. Go on.
No, but seriously, guys. Kepa or Caballero?
Caballero.
No, Kepa.
Nah, Kepa. Unless you buy a new goalkeeper, it has to be Kepa.
Yeah, if you don't buy a new one, it has to be Kepa.
Why did it have to be Kepa over Kepa?
Because for me, Caballero is not much better.
Yes, he is. He's a lot better than it. At least he saves the ball one-on-one.
And do you know, with me, I think at this point, no one has faith in Kepa. That alone is damaging. Do you know, like what you were saying before about the long shots? I feel like opposition players, they're like, yo, we got Chelsea, we got Kepa in goal.
It's basically the same situation with Karius.
Yeah, so like, just his reputation is in the mud. So I'm going Kepa.
I'm going Kepa.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm going Kepa. Build up his rep as.
Yeah, I'd personally, I'd go for Kepa. Try and build him up.
All right.
Because look, either way, it seems like we have to keep him for at least another season. And if we're going to sell him, he needs to be on some sort of form.
No. So I've got Latimer's Prime for Kepa, David for Kepa. I got Gem for Caballero. Daniel?
Caballero all day.
Okay, 2 for Caballero. And Joyce?
Caballero.
Yeah.
Oh.
Why we can't have a 70 million goalkeeper on the bench?
Yes, we can, David.
The money matters.
On the bench.
I know he's bad, but I can't do it to myself.
So we know he's the cap now, Prime and David.
Listen, take it on the chin. It's fake. It's fake. It's fake. What are we saying for centre backs?
Thiago Silva.
Thiago.
Oh yeah, I feel like
Zuma, yeah.
No, can I just say, right? We are going deep. We are going to have a centre. We could have a defense that has Thiago Silva and Azpilicueta in it, aka Thiago Silva and Dave. I'm just saying. Thiago Silva.
I think Thiago Silva. I think Thiago Silva would probably work better with Zuma, but I think Lampard's going to play Rudiger. That's what I think personally.
he loves Rudiger. I think Rudiger's definitely going to start. But we're all unanimous if Silva starting, yeah?
You know what? I think the only reason why Frank plays Rudiger is for experience, which doesn't make sense because he's not a good experienced player.
100%. But now we have experience. We have 36-year-old Silva. We've got enough experience. Please drop this man.
Okay, but guys, yeah, with Silva, right? We usually play such a high line, right? Bearing in mind, this guy is 36. 36. Pardon?
36 now.
Yeah, he'll be. I think he's 36 near the start of the season.
Yeah.
Now, with such a high line that we keep playing week in, week out, so it seems like that's what Frank's going to be going for next season. Can we trust Silva at the back?
Yes.
More than we can trust. More than we can trust.
And the only reason why I say that is because we brought in a defensive coach.
Okay. It's not just that. I'll tell you why. Because if you look at John Terry, for example, when he got older, his understanding of the game covered him a lot of the time because he didn't have to rely on his pace. And if Thiago Silva's going to lose his pace, it's all down to his game knowledge and his experience to put himself in positions where he don't get caught. And I think he will do that. I think he will do that. Cool.
So everyone's in agreement with Thiago Silva, centre back partnership, Rudiger. Yeah.
May I just say, outside chat, I genuinely have thought about Aspi. I thought about Aspi at centre back.
I would like that, but we haven't tried it. So unless Frank plans to do it in pre-season,
unless we change the formation and do 3 at the back.
No. I
know David hates it. That's why I said it.
No. It's rather for me, it will either be Zuma or Aspi.
Yeah. Prime, what do you think?
Zuma, but I think Frank will do Rudiger.
So you prefer Zuma, but he'll do Rudiger, yeah?
I think that's what he'll do, yeah.
And Daniel?
Yeah, I'm going Zuma. But is this our 11 or is this Frank's?
Our.
Okay, so Zuma. I'm going
Zuma. Joyce?
Yeah, Zuma as well.
Jem?
I said Zuma at the beginning, yeah, Zuma.
I feel like I'm the only one that doesn't like Zuma too tough, but hey, I'll go.
Okay, well, Anita, what is your issue with Zuma? And are you saying Rudiger over Zuma?
I would say Rudiger over Zuma. I think Rudiger is better technically than Zuma. Zuma makes too many damn mistakes at the back. Are
you watching the same centre backs?
I was going to say, have you forgot about when Rudiger gave Sheffield United a free goal?
All the time. He cannot score.
One at a time.
Against West Ham, he literally was like, "Oh, I love defending corners. Here you go." Oh, we conceded.
Okay, but before flipping lockdown, Rudiger was one of our best centre backs, no?
So before his injury, what we're saying, because he had an injury.
Yeah, before his injury, he was one of our best centre backs.
Is he going to go down the route of the same as like the Torreses and the Moratas? Now he gets an injury and he's just going to be crap. That's what I'm worried about.
See, but if that ain't the case, then I feel like he will be the better option than Zuma, personally. But I'll keep Zuma in there just for agenda.
All I'm saying Rudiger is our best centre back. It's like saying you're the best branded Audi. That's all I have to say.
But when it's let's bring in Tim Krul over Kepa.
Bye. Anyone's better than Kepa. We've been through this. We're not doing this again. We ain't doing this again. All right, right back. Who we having?
Reece James.
I don't know.
You see, this is why I thought about Aspie at centre back, because I feel like Frank will want to start his captain.
He's Mr. Consistent, yes, for her, but then I do think Reece James is going to start getting more games. That's the only thing. So,
did you put James in already? Did we even vote?
She just put James in. We didn't even get to choose.
Dictator, what are you doing?
Anyone that's picking Aspie, you're living in the past, fam. The guy's done. Like, he's
Nah,
Nah,
He was our
please,
best defender.
I beg you don't insult Aspie.
He's our best defender.
Listen, everyone who follows me on Twitter, right? Aspie is one of my favorite defenders. I love him. I support him. I defend him. However, his legs are getting a bit tired. And I understand it's sad to see. It was really sad to see Ashley Cole's legs get tired too. Ivanovic's legs get tired too. But baby, it's time.
Can we just put him in goal?
I'm pretty sure Aspie is up there with assists as well this season.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think he got 8. I think he got 6. It was either 6 or 8, one of the two.
Actually, do a better job. I'm not joking.
guys.
We've got him in goal, yeah. So he's in the team.
Aspilicueta is 30. We've got Thiago Silva that's 36. We can't retire him at 30. And for me, Reece James, I'm gonna say it, he's a bit suspect defensively. And we're trying to improve on that 58 goals. So for me, I'm not saying like not play James, but I think for me,
Reece James is suspect defensively. Our whole defense is suspect defensively. Kepa is suspect. So I don't think
exactly. So when I say Reece James is suspect defensively, I think I trust Aspie more defensively, and we want to build a good defense. So which is why I go Aspie over Reece James.
Okay.
Yeah, personally for me,
consensus, yeah.
Because he's captain, Aspie's going. Aspie will start.
Okay. Joyce, same with you?
Yeah, I mean, I think Aspie will probably... I think they'll rotate a lot this season, so probably like games, because we've got such congested fixtures, they'll probably both play. But because he's a captain, we're more likely to start.
Facts. I think... Okay, whatever you guys want. I'm not going to say nothing. Whatever you guys
it's a good problem to have. It is a good
problem.
What
about Reece James at right back and Thiago wears the armband?
Thiago cannot come in one season and wear our armband.
No, but as vice captain, because if Aspie's the captain but he's not playing, and he's not wearing the armband on the pitch,
I still wouldn't hear it.
He will be. He will be vice captain. He won't be captain.
Be captain.
Nah.
I feel like I've got issues in it. I don't like it when players come into my club and want to.
Yeah, but we know what Frank's like. Jorginho, after one season at the club, got the vice captaincy. So we know what Frank's like.
When William was there, that made me real mad. But anyway, cool. Left back.
Alonso, no, I'm joking.
It's got to be Chilwell.
Chilwell.
So all the Chelsea fans hating on Chilwell.
Kepa,
yeah.
Sorry?
I said what I said. Nah,
I don't think we should do this anymore. Y'all are crazy. I wouldn't put him in the field at all. You guys are crazy. Give me a sec. Let me just see what everyone's saying real quick. I ain't got 2 screens like you privileged people. That's one more than anyone in that team. Facts. Silva has one more than anyone in that team, but he can't. No, don't laugh at me. I thought you were on my side. No.
She's agreeing with it.
If he's won more trophies than anyone in the team, I couldn't care less.
He's more of a leader than anyone in the team. Is that not what the complaint has been all season? Lack of leadership.
Which is fair. However, I just feel like you can't come into a team after 1 year and we're expecting him to be vice captain already. Just because
that's what Harry Maguire did.
No, that's Harry Maguire. He's English.
I mean, he's a criminal. So.
Exactly.
we can't say we have Marcus Alonso in our team. We can't be saying that.
The same Marcus Alonso that's not even playing for us. So relax.
The reason we brought him in is purely for experience and leadership, and we haven't got that in that team. So at the end of the day, he might not be captain. I'll take him as vice captain definitely, but I don't think he'll walk in and take the captain's armband straight away.
Fair enough. Maybe when he proves himself, we can talk about it. But cool. So we got Chilwell, And then CDM. Wait, are we having a CDM or are we having 3 CMs? What are we doing?
I think we're having 2 DMs and then a central attacking midfielder.
Let's
See,
see
I
what
don't know.
we can do here. Like that?
Yeah, like that.
Yeah.
Cool. I mean, I really think Kante can hold the CDM position on his own.
So do I.
Okay. First CDM, no brainer. Kovacic, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No brainer.
Kovacic.
Kovacic, Kante, Havertz.
Kante,
Kante.
And
I think the rest of the team picks itself, to be honest. Like, I don't think we need to have a discussion about it.
I mean, the rest of it, Havertz, Pulisic, Ziyech, Werner. Done.
Yeah.
Okay,
Simple.
oh, Pulisic left or right?
Left.
Right.
Left.
Oh, sorry, yeah. Pulisic left, sorry.
Yeah. Ziyech. I want to see. All I'm saying, if Ziyech can do a free kick like he did against us and ruin another goalkeeper's career, it'd be fantastic.
Another goal that went past Kepa.
Another one. Wait, whoa.
No.
Who?
No. I think Tammy's going to start a lot more than people think this season.
Bambi on ice. No, thank
If
you.
he does, then Werner's going on the left, I reckon, and then Tammy up front. That's
What is this thing with Werner on the left? Why?
No. We don't.
Yeah,
we don't.
he will. I guarantee you, he will still play him in either or of them 2 positions. That's what we do.
We don't do that here. No.
David, you're forgetting we haven't got Pulisic for a couple of weeks.
Yeah, then Hudson-Odoi will go out on the right.
So who are you playing?
Or Mason Mount? No. Knowing Frank, he'll put Mason Mount out there.
No.
No, you can say no all you want, but
No.
knowing what Frank is like, he will put him out there. Mount has to play somewhere. Or
Why
Mount,
not?
then put Mount in goal then.
Mount would be a great bench player.
Yes.
Could you imagine Mason Mount
agree
off
with
bench? He'd be
you.
sick.
David, I agree with you, but Frank will play him.
No, he
That's
won't.
it. 2 Werners up front.
2 Werners up front will work.
So, like, for our first game against Brighton, this is what we expect.
No, but
Yeah.
Hudson.
No,
Ziyech,
actually, I don't expect Havertz to start, and I don't expect Chilwell to start.
Why?
Chilwell,
Why?
One, because Chilwell has the injury, and I'm not sure how fit he is
I
coming
think
into the
he's fit
squad.
now, no?
But I'm not sure whether Frank will want to rush him in because he did the same thing with Pulisic last year. And then Havertz, because he's coming in so late and he hasn't had all that time to jet in, and he loves Mason Mount, I reckon Mount starts the first game, and then big game week 2, that's when Havertz comes in. We do our business, and then we move.
Just started training like the other day. So
I know, but he has. But Ziyech and Werner were training with them before we went off for holiday.
You don't spend 100 million on a player. Let's just get ready to play and put him on the bench. You just don't do that.
That's true. But I just have this feeling that he'll start Mount. I don't know.
Yeah, but Jam, it's for one game. It's not for the season.
No, I get that. But I still think if he's there and he's ready and he's fit and there's no problem with playing, that's it. That's my opinion.
It's crazy, but I agree with David still. I really do. I think that Mount will start and then Havertz will come off the bench, 100%.
Yeah,
and then when he scored, and then when he bangs one top corner, Mason Mount got welcome to bench.
At least there's competition for Mount and people that, you know what I mean? They've not had that this season. They've just been able to just play and start. There's no competition for them.
You know, David, a certain Chelsea fan would disagree with you about Mount, you know?
I know. No, again, I've never said Mount is bad. I think Mount potentially could be great. And I think one of the best things that could happen to Mount is Havertz coming in. Because if Mount thinks he's that good of a player and he can beat out our 80, 90 million pound man, prove yourself. If Havertz is getting 10 goals a season, but you're getting 15, why would I do that? Am I stupid? No, I'm going to pick the better player. As of right now, Havertz is a better player than Mason Mount. But if Mason Mount proves to be better than Havertz, I'll start Mason Mount. I've got no agenda against anyone. If Aspilicueta proved to be a better goalkeeper,
you have no agenda against anyone.
Well, in my own team, in my own.
You have an agenda against Kepa.
No, because he's proven to me he's bad. So why would I actively want something bad in my goal?
I know, I'm messing with you. It's fine.
Don't.
Tammy is the best striker in the world. Was that?
I wish.
He's absolutely mocking it. He's mocking it.
wish.
Don't mind him.
To be fair to Tammy, towards the end of the season, he was improving. I'll give it to him. He came off the bench, and for the first time, I saw him hold up the ball and pass it to one of our own players. That is improvement.
That's because he had a good night.
Yeah.
Improvement, okay?
It's improvement over the course of the season.
It's improvement, okay? It's
Over the
improvement.
course of the season.
That's what I like to see. Improvement.
Okay.
What was the team he did that against?
He did it against Man United when he came on. I remember it distinctly because he hadn't done it before. That's why. He did it 3 times.
Yeah, but I swear we were already winning in that game anyway.
That's not the point. That's not the point, Prime.
That is
Prime.
the point.
Prime, I never saw him do it full stop. So the fact he did it 3 times to me is improvement.
He was trying new things to his game still.
And there's a reason we signed Werner. However, if Tammy comes on and he proves he's better than Werner, I'm gonna start with Tammy.
Okay.
It's just going to be the new Giroud.
Of that actually happening, though.
No, I never said it's going to happen because for me, again, I'll say it again. Werner is going to be very close to that golden boot. I'm convinced. These one thing about like players moving from the Bundesliga to the Premier League is that it seems to be easier to do it than most other leagues. Like when you think of players who've come from the Bundesliga into the Premier League, their adjustment period is a lot faster than the other leagues.
Aubameyang.
So exactly. Look at Aubameyang. Werner has Werner's best season, which was last season, had more goal contributions than Aubameyang's best season in the Bundesliga. Factually, it's true. I
respect your facts, man. Them facts there. I respect it.
I'm confident. I'm confident.
David, where were these facts against DT yesterday?
You see, I wasn't prepared like I was today.
No, David. When we talk about the DT thing, I'm removing you because how dare you? How dare you? Anyway, guys, what about Werner and Sarr? I have not watched him and I haven't watched videos of him, so I cannot speak on him. Has anyone watched him? You know, have a little bit of a feel about him?
We played against him in the Champions League. He was a little player, isn't he? Comes from Lille, doesn't he? So we played him twice in Champions League. I remember.
No, he plays for Nice.
No, that's Gabriel. That's Gabriel.
No, you're thinking of Gabriel.
Oh, that's Gabriel. Sorry, all right. Then in that case, now.
So we haven't played against him.
All I know about Werner and Sarr is that he's allegedly one of France's best centre backs, and he was running down his contract, and loads of teams were interested, but somehow we've managed to sign him. That's all I know.
He's gonna go out alone anyway.
Yeah, part of the loan army.
Joyce, I don't think we can hear you too tough, babe.
Can you not?
No,
I can hear you now. What was you saying?
No, what I was saying is that all I know is that he's going straight on loan. Like he's not I think honestly, I think it's it's like a business thing or like, you know, getting talent. He'll be on loan for a couple of seasons, maybe play in the development squad, ultimately get sold elsewhere. Because we have a lot of young centre backs in our in and around our like development squad, under 21s, as well as the ones who are starting for us. So, and then we signed, like you guys said, the 18-year-old from Barcelona. So I don't really see where he fits in for now. I think he's a project.
So
he's going to Vitesse, yeah. That's what we're saying.
Allegedly, this transfer works with the Thiago Silva transfer because he's a young prospect, and then obviously we've got Thiago Silva on a 2-year with a 1-year mutual termination agreement. So allegedly we're going to loan him out to a top team and then give him time to kind of get used to a top league, and then hopefully he should come in and replace Thiago Silva. That's allegedly the plan. That
sounds like a pretty good plan, actually. I'm with that. If he can prove himself within them 2 years, I'm with it.
Yeah.
Also, don't forget we do have Ethan Ampadu. I really like Ampadu. That's everyone keeps mentioning him in the comments. I love Ampadu.
He's like another Nathan Ake. He's too small. He can't play at the back.
He's played in midfield, you know, as a DM.
Yeah, I like him as a DM.
So are we taking Ampadu back for this season, or are we giving it a few more seasons? How many seasons must we wait for him to get his shot, please? How many?
5.
We're gonna sell him. We're gonna do him the way we did Aina, fam. We're gonna do him the same way. I promise you that. He's not sniffing Chelsea. No matter how good he gets, he isn't sniffing it. I
Chelsea,
promise. Come back to this video in 3 years. I promise you.
You know what Chelsea do, right? They loan out all these players and they hope one day that they're going to be really good at the team that they've gone to and then bring them back and then put them in the team. But it's just not happened for us. So every player we've loaned out.
You know what usually happens? Whilst they're on loan, they don't do shit. And then as soon as we sell them, world class.
Well,
That's the shit that usually happens.
Yeah.
You got a cute little comment, Daniel. I think someone had a little crush on you.
Daniel, is that your backup account?
Yeah. That's what
He's got a bot.
He's actually commenting on his burner. I'm so done. But guys, if you're watching, please hit the like button, get them likes in, and if you haven't subscribed already and you're new, please subscribe. Hopefully, we're going to be doing this every Tuesday. Now, okay, this probably doesn't apply to us here, but there's been a lot of talk that people don't think Lampard can bring all of these new players and make them gel and push them to their full potential. I'm one of those ones that are like, okay, I think Lampard can do it. I stand behind the manager 100%. However, I think people have a point. How is he going to manage these big personalities, especially with Thiago Silva coming in as well? How is he going to manage all of these big personalities? He can't do everyone the same way he did David Luiz. What do you think? I'm going to start with Daniel. What do you think?
I think it's a bit different now because everyone already at the club. Don't forget, we haven't had that many players agitating to get out. We've had managers like Mourinho. He's come in. You hear kind of murmurs that Cesca's unhappy. All these players are unhappy. Even the players that aren't playing, not many of them are agitating to get out. So already, I think with the current bunch, he's established a good enough rapport. They all kind of seem to like him. And then, obviously, when you sign a player, don't forget he's spoken to Werner. We've all heard about the Lampard conversations on the phone. He's spoken to Havertz. He says this is the role, etc., etc. The difficulty is for all managers. It's all nice when you're kind of telling them this is how you're going to fit in. This is how it's going to go. But when when stuff hits the fan, that's when the real management comes in. So if we have a good season, it'll be easy to manage them because it's easy to tell players you're not playing because this player's playing. You're not playing because what I'm doing is working. But if things aren't working, that's when egos. That's when you try to bench a Ziyech, maybe he's like, nah, why are you benching me? Or Werner, why are you benching me? So we'll see how it goes.
I just want to quickly touch on the Cled point. So I think we're all in agreement that we're content with Silva as the new centre back. Like we do need that leadership in the back role. So just wanted to answer your question there. But David, are you with Daniel on Lampard being able to, manage all of these big characters coming into Chelsea?
Firstly, I don't think the players are as because of the players we've signed. I don't think they can be as demanding as like if we sign massive names. Like if we were to just to whip out, I'm just going to say big names. If we sign, for example, Messi, Ronaldo, Lewandowski, and De Bruyne, and they all come in, they all have something to back themselves, saying, "Oh yeah, we're going to start because I've done this in my career. I've done this. I can do this." Blah. Havertz coming in. The only person I think who has that ability to do that is Silva, and then maybe Werner. That I think they're the only two. Ziyech, yes, he's good and he's performed, but it was in Holland. Like I'm not saying he's going to be bad because he was in Holland. What I'm saying is because he's in Holland, he can't be like I've won 7 Eredivisie in a row because realistically, it's not the same as winning 3 or 4 Bundesligas. I don't think these players can do that. And for example, our young players who have come through the academy are not going to be there like I must be starting games because they won't be doing that because they actually. You
don't think Tammy's going to be doing that?
No, because they actually want to play for the team. The only problem with Tammy is that he doesn't have the new contract. That for me is the only one who I could see agitating for a move. Reece James I see as fine. Mason I see as fine. Who else? I mean I can't. Hudson-Odoi, right now he knows that he's not at the level. I hope for me it's like if after people who are better than you are playing, if people are playing better than you, and you're complaining that you're not playing, I don't think you have the right mentality to be at Chelsea, because your mentality should be, I want to be better than these lot and prove that I should be starting. If you're just expecting a starting spot, then you don't have the right mentality to be at Chelsea.
I get that, but then it comes to a point where players think, okay, I'm not even getting the opportunity to show what I can do. So I think we saw that a little bit with Pulisic earlier in the season, because he started the season with us, but then when he came out, I saw a lot of Americans complaining, you're not even giving him the chance to win his place back. So next season we have so many options, it might be even difficult to give a player like Hudson-Odoi a chance, because you've got to try to play Havertz, Mount, Loftus-Cheek,
Remember, we do have the 5 subs. I think the 5 subs is still there.
It's
is that gone? Is it 5 subs go? Oh, we have.
They voted it out.
If we had the 5 subs, then it'd been good.
He is going to face a tough time trying to keep all of these players happy, because it seems like the spending hasn't stopped. There's still going to be players coming in, and you can be a young player, but at the same time, when you're young, that's probably when you want to play the most, because you're still trying to find out who you are as a player. So and especially with Hudson-Odoi, if you think about Mount's been on loan, and so Mount's been playing regular football. Tomori's been on loan, so he's played regular football. Loftus-Cheek's been on loan. Even Pulisic, again, he's played regular football. Someone like Hudson-Odoi is like, can I just get a regular run of games to see how good I can be? Because like David just said, he needs to do better, but he hasn't even been getting the opportunity to show, actually, this is what I can do. And it's tough. It's how do you now tell Werner to sit down? How do you now tell Havertz to sit down after you spent 90 million on him? How do you tell Ziyech to sit down? So yeah,
I think that applies to every top club, especially Premier League club anyway, because when you're a player like Havertz and you sign for a top club, you won't automatically, unless you're Lewandowski or I don't know, Messi, for example, where like you said, they're going to walk in and they're going to start. You're going to know that you're going into a team that's you're going to be competing for your place, and that's what it's about. But if you're not happy, then you don't go to these top teams. That's how it is. You've got to look at Liverpool, for example. How many times do they change their first 11?
Not many.
They don't, do they? Because why would you change things that are working? You don't, do you? Yeah. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, these people that are sitting on the bench of Liverpool know that they know what the situation is. That it is what it is. When you sign for these clubs, you've got to fight for it.
Yeah, Jim, that's if they're winning. So Liverpool are winning. If we're not winning, that's when people are going to be like, "Rah, why is this scrub playing over me? That I could do better than it." So that's what I'm saying. If we're winning, it's going to be fine. But if we're losing, it could be tight.
No, I get that. No, I do agree.
Right. So, okay, his goal against Bayern, what can you freaking do? Okay, I'm personally on the side of Callum Hudson-Odoi should have left Chelsea when he had the opportunity to, if he wants to play the games that he wants to play. I don't see him in the starting 11 at all in Chelsea. Maybe cup games, maybe, but I don't see him in the starting 11 anymore. And he had this season to prove that he is that main guy. He can be that guy. And even though he just came back off a serious injury, it all matters about how you bounce back from that. And he didn't seem to bounce back the way that we expected or wanted him to. And that's just been unfortunate, because now we've got so many options up front. Hopefully we'll get more in next season. And then it's just like, your 100,000 a week is just like, why are we even doing this? Why are we even paying for that? We're not getting our money's worth for it. I don't know if you guys agree with me on that, but I think that, what you say?
Why is it that he automatically needs to be in the team and playing week in, week out?
Because he begged for that 100,000, baby.
Okay, but if he wants to play, does he not need to earn his place?
Yeah, I agree. At Chelsea, I don't think that he's got an automatic spot. I'm not saying at Chelsea he should be playing, but what I'm saying is for his development, I think it will be good for him, just as like with the other players, to play regular football, just so that he can, number one, show people what he's capable of. Because again, we saw with Pulisic, and you talked about it earlier, Prime, in terms of Tomori, when he got a regular run in a team, we could see him. And I think it's difficult to prove yourself when you're just coming in for cup matches. So number one, to prove to everyone how good he can be, I think it will be good for him to get a regular run. Not necessarily at Chelsea, but also I think to prove to himself, because confidence is a major thing for footballers. And doubt can creep in when you're not playing and you're like, okay, like am I good anymore? Am I at the level? When he came through, people were saying him and Sancho were levels. But at this point now, it's difficult for him to even say, am I levels with Sancho? And maybe he is, but he doesn't know that because he hasn't been playing regularly. So I just feel like, number one, for his confidence, and number one, so that everybody else can see what he can do, it'll be good for him, for me personally, to go on loan and get regular football.
Yeah.
He won't be able to go out on loan because of his contract. No club will be willing to pay his wages.
Chelsea can subsidize it. So clubs don't have to pay the full amount. So if Chelsea really care about Hudson-Odoi and they actually, I want to develop this player, they can subsidize part of his wages and get him to a club where he can play at the top level. So like obviously Leeds have come up. They probably need some talent. I think that will be a good option.
Yeah, but from Chelsea's point of view, if he goes out on loan, say for 2 years, we're going to have to buy another winger.
Not necessarily for 2 years. And 100%. As it is right now, we've only got 3 like specific wingers.
Yeah.
In terms of
Yeah.
Hudson, yeah. So like, but then again, look, you see with Mount, where's Mount gonna play? If we're playing a 4-3-3, if we're playing a 4-2, if Havertz,
that is why I say with Pulisic being injured for the start of the season, Mount will get game time to play out wide. Also, Callum Hudson-Odoi will get game time to play out wide.
But so it's not just Ziyech and it's not just Pulisic and it's not just Hudson. It's also Mount competing for that position. So there's a lot of Mount.
Well, no, not really.
Are we really sitting here and trying to tell me that Mason Mount and Hudson-Odoi? No, I'm not having
because Mount's natural position is in midfield, but he can play out wide. But with Pulisic out, Callum now has a chance. I don't know how long the injury is. I think it's for a month or two. But Callum now has a chance to stake his claim in the first 11. And it's up to him to take a chance.
He has a chance, but then we saw the Bayern Munich match where Mount started on one wing and Hudson started on the other. Who was asked to track Alphonso Davies and who was asked to be the real attacker? We all know that Lampard trusts Mount a hell of a lot more than he trusts Hudson-Odoi. So the fact that Pulisic is injured, I'm kind of more swaying to the fact that he'll give Mount the nod, but we'll see.
Yeah, but again, first game. If Callum's coming up.
How about that? How about you hit that? How about that? No. Sorry, guys, carry on.
I was just saying, what about Loftus-Cheek as well? Like, he came back from this injury. He just looks a shadow of the player he was. Like, when I think of Loftus-Cheek, I think about get the ball and drive, and use his strength and his pace in the air. He just hasn't done that since he's come back. He gets the ball and he seems to panic, like to just run with it. He's always just like left, right, backwards, going on. So I think he's the same problem, to be honest.
KJ, just focus on getting Sancho secured and getting Maguire out of prison, yeah?
Yeah, I'll wait for KJ.
Big facts. But guys, we're coming towards the end. There's just one thing that we haven't addressed yet. Now, Mr. DT AFC, I dare you to come and say all of this to me. I dare you. As someone who may
Where were you? Why didn't you come on?
Pardon?
Where were you? Why didn't you come on?
I was in bed. My head net wasn't really on. My head got on. I wasn't going to come on and embarrass myself. But trust me. Try it again on this channel. Try it again. I promise you, I will finish you. You guys hold on to your 15 charity shields to say that you're a bigger club than Chelsea. Take away your charity shields. We're right behind you. Relax yourself. Biggest team in London. Relax yourself.
All I'm saying, if I'm players now, right? If they have the option to go to Chelsea or Arsenal, 9 out of 10 of them are picking Chelsea. So how Arsenal can be a bigger club, I do not know.
They're picking Chelsea. They're picking Chelsea for 10 years, and they're going to retire at Arsenal. That's what they're doing. That's their plan.
And also, how we have 3 European trophies and they have 0. Again, they count for something. Yeah, okay. You got more for not Prems. You've got more first divisions. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, you have the history on us. But right, a 20 to 25-year-old football players don't care about what was going on in 1940 and 1950 when DT was growing up. No one cares about that. Yeah. What they care about is that recently they've been doing better. So for me, Chelsea are a bigger club than Arsenal.
But also, listen.
Against us. When they won the cup, I knew what the Arsenal fans were like. That was it. They just go into this mode.
But Jem, it shows that they beat us in the FA Cup and they got gassed. We beat them 4-1 in the Europa League. We didn't get gassed like this.
Yeah, but we this is the thing. This is what I'm saying. When they do get gassed, allow it. Let them have their moment.
I know, and that's what it is. I'm agreeing with you.
We're all in agreement. Hurt people, and that was him lashing out. We saw it in his eyes. Like that's why for me it didn't even hurt me. Like he was even saying, "Well, you're the best of a bad bunch," and I was like, "Yeah, we're 8th, but like, come on, man."
You're bad, but we're worse. You're bad, but we're worse.
The thing is, if we're the best of a bad bunch without our best player who was got sold, and a transfer ban, and a young manager, and no defense.
Yeah.
Quite simply, go to the beginning of the season, look where Chelsea were predicted, look where Arsenal were predicted, then come back to me and then say who had the better season. And again, you finished 8th. You got an FA Cup. That's cool. But realistically, you wouldn't swap. You would swap finishing 3rd and no trophy, finishing 4th and no trophy, than finishing 8th in an FA Cup. Realistically,
they wouldn't.
When they win a Champions League, that's it. End of. There's nothing else.
Joyce, we can't quite hear you. Do you want to come a bit closer, babe?
Can you still not hear me?
No, we can.
I can hear you now. Your video is a bit off, but I can hear you now.
Okay, no. All I'm saying is that I've spoken to a lot of Arsenal fans, and they said they wouldn't swap ours or United's season for theirs because they think winning the FA Cup and coming 8th is a much better achievement than finishing 3rd or 4th. And
facts for them. It's true because they're going nowhere fast. They need to hang on to that FA Cup. Because, bruv, will another piece of trophy come again? I don't know. They're going nowhere fast.
To be honest, it is a big achievement for a mid-table club to win the FA Cup.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. 100%. 100%.
It is what it is. Let him have his fault.
I mean, who's the last mid-table club to be a top 4 side in the FA Cup? Wigan.
Wigan.
Yeah,
Wigan.
Makes sense.
Oh, wait, we don't call them top 6 now. We call them mid-table, yeah? So
yeah. I mean, they said themselves they were in a relegation battle, and they finished 8th. So,
Winter Surfer, thank you very much for your comment. However, if he wants to see me be a fool, I will be a fool. I will defend my team because I personally don't see how this whole narrative that Arsenal didn't win a trophy in over a decade and Chelsea still couldn't catch up to us. It just doesn't make sense to me because your team, you're saying football started before 2003. Chelsea was born in 2003. Well, if you were born in 2003 and we're only 6 major trophies behind you, you are a problem. You're a problem. So if you genuinely think that your team is superior in any way, shape, or form, I think you have a problem. Genuinely speaking. So I just need to lock some sense into him, even if it does mean me lowering myself. I know I am a queen. However, this team has to teach Arsenal a big lesson. I promise you. DT, come back on the channel when I'm ready.
Can I just say this? If Arsenal are the biggest club in London, then they are an embarrassment to the city of London. If they're the 3rd biggest club in England, they are an embarrassment to English football.
Right.
They're not even a big club in Europe because you can't get spanked 10-2 on aggregate consistently.
Hold on. Let's not bring that up because we didn't do much better.
We won.
I know. Yeah, you were doing well. You was doing so well.
We won the Champions League, so that's a mute point. We got beaten 7-1 with one of our worst squads in recent years. They got beat 10-2 on aggregate with Sanchez and Ozil. There's levels to this game. Come on.
Yeah.
Arsenal went from they had the time ages ago in terms of where they were one of the best teams in the Premier League. Then it came to we're best in London. They can't say that no more. They can't even say best in North London at this point. Do you know what I mean? It's a scrap.
And also
they are.
They had an invincible team, and yet Chelsea came along and won the league twice. That's embarrassing as well.
Yeah,
Facts.
You'll agree. Let him keep his opinions to himself.
And listen, stop running, DT. Stop running from Anita. All right. Next time you come on, make sure you're here, innit? Come and try to take on all come take on Anita, bro.
Shit. Bring me. Bring up the Invincibles. I'll really just laugh at you, fam. We've been there, done that, buried it.
No, the only thing he holds on to is cups. He always says, "Oh, we've won more cups than you." That was all I heard him say. We won more
Community
cups than you.
Shield. Community Shield is a community. It's a charity. It's a charity.
I looked at it earlier today. They've got 15. That's impressive. I'm impressed. I'm impressed. 15 community shields.
Yeah, but David, when they're winning 14 FA Cups, it makes sense they're going to get 15 community shields.
That's very impressive. I was very impressed. Very impressed.
It's not like they're winning Premier Leagues, then winning the Community Shield, man.
Yeah, we know that, but yeah, we know 2 Premier Leagues, but we don't worry. But remember, we have 5, they have 2, but one of theirs is gold. Clearly, it's got a multiplier on it. We forgot. It's got a multiplier on it. We forgot.
It's got the asterisk next to it.
I know fans that
it's the Uno plus 4
for a Champions League. They will trade it in a heartbeat for a Champions League. Arsenal fans always come with Chelsea about how
you know what, Anita? I don't think so. I've asked Arsenal fans this: would you take 5 losses in your invincible season, still win the Premier League, and then win the Champions League 2 years later? They don't answer that question, so I don't think so.
Because no, they don't answer the question because they don't want to say yes. They will take it. I promise you, they will take it.
They wanted to be the first club in London to win that Champions League, and because we've done that, they hold it.
And you know what? You know what? They almost weren't the first club in North London as well, because Spurs were so close.
Oh yeah.
If it wasn't for that dodgy referee,
you nap before Spurs get there before you, bro.
I actually wanted Spurs to win.
Yeah, so did I.
Cut the stream. I don't even want to hear that. What are you talking about?
Yeah, but nah.
Daniel.
No. Oh yeah, Daniel, you don't know. I prefer Spurs to Liverpool. I have a Liverpool. I can't stand them. I can't.
Do you know what? I'm kind of with you on that. However, it's because of recent events, yeah. Remember ever since 2016, it's been Spurs then Liverpool for me. Because that match in 2016, Marillion had to really say we're champions, fam. Ever since that match, Spurs, they can go to hell.
And that's another reason why DT doesn't like Chelsea, because Dele Alli came out and said Chelsea is a bigger rivalry than Arsenal. That's another reason why.
Not for me. It's not. It isn't. That's
no. But David, you have to remember, Dele Alli is our age. For him, it is a big
but right. The thing is with Spurs, I don't like. I see Spurs like they're cool. They're like Spurs just doing their own thing, but I don't see them as direct rivals because no. They're below us. Liverpool, especially now with how arrogant they're getting. Game week 2, I'm saying it now. Game week 2, Havertz, my boy Werner, my boy.
Nah.
Thank you. I was hoping.
I can't wait. Game week 2.
I don't think he got.
Calm down.
No. I saw you took me out. I saw it. Game week 2.
Listen,
none of you are confident. I'm confident.
No, it's not that we're not confident, David.
Yeah.
My manager.
No, David. The only reason why you can say this is because you're not on Twitter. We are.
That is true. That is very true. That's very true.
Listen, if you're on Twitter, Liverpool fans, they will cut this clip. Run it.
No. I said on Terry's show the other day, we're finishing second, and City are going to win the league. Therefore, we finish above Liverpool, right? Terry clipped it up on Twitter. I've got so many Liverpool fans like laughing at me, like, "Oh, this guy's." Don't worry, I have my
again,
memes.
David.
If we win, I will have my memes prepared. Don't worry about it. I'll have them prepared because I'm confident in my team.
You heard it here first. David's going to create a Twitter account when Liverpool.
Can I just say, the Football Terrace does not support everything that they in regards to Liverpool. I'm sure us as Chelsea fans were not as confident as David. So please, when you are cutting this clip, please make sure you're referring to David.
You know what? Just everyone else's faces.
Ain't it Monster that's actually saying that we're going to win the Premier League?
Yes, that's Monster. Monster's convinced we win the league. I think we're coming second. But
where'd you guys
Liverpool.
finish?
Joyce, what did you say, babe?
I said, where does everyone think we're going to finish? Because I feel like we'll
Third.
just about
Second.
Okay, I'm getting a general consensus of third and second.
Now, if we get Oblak and Thiago Alcantara, supposedly we're linked to, boy.
No.
Apparently last night. And then now Messi says he wants to leave, and all of a sudden people are linking us to Messi.
Follow us on
Everybody wants to roll.
We don't have peas like that.
Wait,
I know we don't.
Give me a second. We're linked with Thiago.
We are linked to Liverpool's Thiago.
Now, Liverpool fans, you can cut this clip. If you get Thiago after getting Werner, my God.
Nah, Anita, we can't do this 4 times. We already took Pulisic, Werner, and Havertz from them. It can't come 4 times.
We're handing them transfer L's. We're handing them transfer L's. Hopefully the L carries onto the pitch. Because after what they were doing last year, no, I was serious, right? They beat us 5-3, and that was the worst defensive performance I've ever seen of my team. We scored 3 goals against them, all right?
Anita, the last comment, Thiago Alcantara link is true.
As long as we don't against them, we're gonna do it.
Someone here said it. What's his name?
You know what it is?
Oh no. There were links because people were DMing me and stuff about it.
No, there are. It's not like a properly like Fabrizio level, but there are little murders.
But then again, Arsenal were kind of rumored to get him 2 days ago, so we don't know. DT is.
I'm not sure if I'll get in trouble for this, but baby needs that peas. I'm not gonna read it out. Everyone has their own opinions.
You know what I find funny? That with Arteta, if he's really this done of a manager, he's not staying at Arsenal. I hope DT. I hope you know this. He's not staying at your club. If he's really this done of a manager, because PSG, Barcelona, even Man City themselves will go get him.
Facts.
If he gets to that level.
No, but the thing, no. But everyone says he is this done of a manager, so I'm gonna put it out there and believe it. Because if it's true, he's not staying there. I know that for a fact.
I really hope that Liverpool fork out the 30 million for Thiago, because 30 million for a player like Thiago is chicken change.
No. But Anita, you forgot. Anita, you've forgotten. Remember, they're a poor club. They don't spend any money. They're money ball. Remember, all their players. Van Dijk was 5 million. Okay, Alisson was 2 million from the Brazilian 4th division. Because that's how good the scouting team is.
I heard my friends say that. People are saying that Jurgen Klopp took Liverpool from the ashes.
Isn't it? They were League One club, and in 3 years they were Premier League champions.
David, they were a League Two club.
I could see it. Movie Jurgen Klopp from dustbin to Champions League winners.
Yeah. Listen. I'm gonna end this here because I ain't got time for the Liverpool fans.
No, Anita, let's keep going. United fans, let's keep going.
Why? Why? We don't need to speak about them. We know we're ahead of them. We already know we're ahead of them.
Everybody in this chat. We are not doing this, guys. We are not doing this. We came here in peace. This is my first show. Don't get me cancelled, please. We're not doing this. But United, please sign somebody because you lot are looking a little bit dumb at the moment. You're looking a little bit poor. Pulling power.
You're looking dusty right now.
Pardon?
They're looking dusty right now.
You're looking dusty, boo. You look nasty. All that pulling power that you supposedly have over Chelsea, use it.
Neeks said Frodimus Prime, shut up. Well, once you buy Sancho and get Maguire out of prison, I'll shut up. So
and there you have it. He will see you on Twitter.
I'll see you on Twitter.
Guys, I really have to end it here. Thank you guys for coming on with me on the first ever Romans Army. So we're going to be calling it now. Terry, if you're watching, that's what we're calling it now. Romans Army. But yeah, thank you guys. Thank you guys for listening in. If you are still listening in, please press the like button. If you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe. I'm going to let everybody plug themselves. So, Jem, do you want to start?
What did you say? I didn't hear a word you just said.
You were there nodding your head.
Huh?
You were nodding your head.
No, I was looking at my phone because someone just messaged me when you said something. So I completely put my mind. Say it again.
Plug yourself. What's your Instagram, Twitter for people to follow you?
Oh, so you've got, I don't actually even know this. I've only just set up Twitter, haven't I? So you've got CFC Gem on Twitter, and then you've got Gem_04 on Instagram.
Fantastic. And Prime?
That is my Twitter right there, Latimus Prime X. Catch me on Twitch, Latimus Prime number 8.
And Dan?
Cool. Yeah, you can find me on Twitter, Daniel_Soft. Also, I'm part of Touchline Frackaway, a football podcast, and we've got a Chelsea-specific podcast called Chelsea Hour.
Guys, make sure you check it out. Check it out. It's pure banter. Like it makes my day every Thursday. Like it's pure banter. It's lit. Joyce, do you want to plug yourself?
If you guys can actually hear me still, my is EL Joyce _ on Twitter.
And David.
My Insta's right there, so just go follow it. Literally.
Well, that was exciting. What a way to end the show. Thank you guys for tuning in, and we are out. Thank you.
Nice one, Tim.
Oh, how the hell do I stop this? Guys, I'm still new. I am still new. Oh, there it is.